Welcome back to Unfiltered with Pavo. So today I'm going to sit down and talk a little bit about my mindset and my motivation behind all of this. The first thing I want to talk about is why the word unfiltered. For me, like, unfiltered means that I don't hold back anything. I kind of share my life, share the struggles, the failures, the wins, anything else that kind of revolves around my daily life, my weekly life, and even yearly. So my goal with this is to let people into my life and share what I feel comfortable sharing. Which, if you got to know me, that's a lot. I think I get the question a lot of times, why do I share or post certain things? A lot of it for me is what I get out of it is it keeps me accountable. I kind of call myself out on things, and it makes me have to show up every day for myself. Also, the other big thing that I get out of it, and a lot of times unknown, is like if I post a struggle or a failure, knowing that someone else sees it on the other side of an Instagram story, of an Instagram post, it's on Facebook, maybe that changes their perspective on something. Maybe they're struggling, maybe they think there's no hope, and it shows them a little bit of a hope to be able to maybe just get started. So the one kind of struggle that I constantly always work on is when I negotiate with myself. And why it's a waste of time, we all do it, that we negotiate. It's a commitment that we made. When you commit to something, that's the decision. The moment you start negotiating with yourself, you're already giving yourself permission to quit. I don't debate my goals, I show up for them. Once I make a choice, it's done. Now, I don't think I've always lived by this. Definitely I've always lived by this. I've lost myself. I've talked about my struggle with addiction. In my 20s, I never would have even thought I had a chance of falling into addiction. But life takes turns, and my life took a turn in my 30s, and I fell into addiction, and I definitely didn't go by these non-negotiables. Now, here in my 40s, it's different. So my advice is, know your non-negotiables and don't negotiate with yourself in the morning. It's a waste of time. For me, it's pretty simple. I try to keep it simple. Is that I commit to my runs, my workouts early in the morning, because that's my most clear-headed moment. If I work out in the evening or work out later in the day, which, yes, every once in a while, that's just the way your schedule works, has to happen, is I'm allowing there to be a lot of opportunity for something not to go right, where all of a sudden I fell behind work, something else happened, and I don't have time to get my workout in. So for me, getting up early, whatever time that means, sometimes it means waking up at 3 a.m., creating space in my day to make sure I can get my workout in before anything can distract me, is the way I commit to my workouts. So wake up early, get my workout in, and not only that, it sets me up for success the rest of the day. Because I worked out, now I'm motivated to maybe be a better employee, a better boss, a better husband, a better friend. And it's that doing that first thing right that revolves you to want to do the second thing right in your day. It makes me want to eat better. It makes me want to be healthier that day. So my commitment to making sure on the tough mental days is that I get up early and I get that workout in. Growth only happens when you suffer a little bit. I've talked about you only learn when you lose. You can't find out who you are when it's easy. You find out when it hurts. I find out who I am when I'm tired, and when quitting is louder than what my goal is. When quitting something is just loud in my head, I find out who I am to see if I can push through that noise and get to the other side of that wall and stay on track and conquer my goal. You know, and I say this all the time is your physical goals and your mindset, like your career, it's the same muscle. The discipline you put in to a run, to working out at the gym, is the same discipline for me is my job working behind a chair. It's showing up and connecting and staying focused. A little bit of let's see here, let's pull it out. Got a little bit of from BPN, electrolytes, strawberry. Shake it up a little bit. I hate drinking just plain water, so I'm always putting something in my water. Zoe yells at me about this all the time, but like I don't know, I struggle with just regular water, so I'm always putting some sort of powder, something to give it a little bit of taste.